There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's Naked Truth. Nice to see you. Let me go ahead and just make sure that this is all coming through okay and it all looks good. Fantastic. Welcome and thank you to everybody who was here a little early. I know I originally scheduled this for 1 o'clock and then said I was going to go live at 12:30 instead. So welcome. Catnip Ninja says I was about to, and then I saw you were going live early. Yeah, I decided to go live a little earlier so that I could get to Twitch Stream Aid after this a little bit faster, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But hi, welcome to the Naked Truth. Today we are talking, as the title suggests, about life in self-isolation. And I just kind of wanted to do a check-in with this community and let you know what my life is and how my life has changed since the shelter-in-place orders were done in California. And it's a little different. Hi, took it home to Jenny. Hi, Michael King. Hi, Technology Geek. Hi, Shady X. Hi, Catnip Ninja. Good to see everybody. Hi. Welcome. Obviously, my life has been turned on its head. And, well, I shouldn't say obviously, because there are some people who are digital content creators that work out of their homes, and all of this hasn't really changed their life too much, other than that, it's hampered social interaction. And but for people who like to be by themselves, I definitely have seen a bunch of content creators say this is kind of same old for me, but for me it's not. And the primary reason that my life is flipped on its head right now is twofold. It is partially that my work has crazy skyrocketed. It is also partially that I have no help with Logan and childcare, and it's also partially, let's say threefold. It's also partially stress and anxiety and uncertainty about everything that's going on right now in the world. Hi guys, welcome. Thomas Toft says, I'm almost done with week 2 of self-isolation. In Denmark, we issued the order in mid-March. That's about what it was here, in Los Angeles, at least. Stephen Summers says, in PA, we are locked based on which county you're in. Yeah, where my parents are in PA, they're locked for sure. Jig says it's self-isolation for normal people. For me, it's routine. Exactly. So for some people, it hasn't been changing a lot. And so I just thought that I would kind of tell you what my situation looks like, and you can tell me what your situation looks like. And even though we're all alone, we can be alone together and support each other in that way. And also, because I think I've kind of like been dancing around it a bunch on Twitch, like talking about, oh, it's so different, oh, I'm so stressed, but not really talking about what that looks like. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about what that looks like. Adam Martinez is in the military, so no self-isolation for me. Yeah, that's, I'm sure, a very essential job, so you are staying with the regular. I hope that everybody who's watching right now is doing everything they can to stay safe and healthy and keep your loved ones safe and healthy, particularly anyone with immunity issues or pre-existing conditions, or that fits in one of the high-risk categories. So it's a crazy time. The biggest thing I would say, one of the biggest things I would say about what's made my life flipped on its head is that Nate and I are both incredibly lucky to still have jobs, at least right now in this process, because we have a lot of friends who either their hours have been cut back, they've been furloughed. We've got a lot of family that was laid off because jobs just can't stay afloat if they're not open for business. They can't afford to keep paying people. The U.S. is looking at a lot of different ways to potentially combat that, but it's a time of uncertainty for a lot of people. So I know that, Nate and I are incredibly lucky. Why did an ad just run again? So weird. I don't know if you guys are seeing that too. But anyway, I know that Nate and I are very, very lucky to be in jobs that still have hours, and we're still very busy. Nate works in production finance, so Hollywood is, worried about if they shut down production on everything, which they are, how that's going to look financially forecasted. And obviously people still need to be paid and stuff like that. So Nate's actually busier than he's ever been, because when you're in times of economic strife, what we've learned is people that are in finance are definitely needed and called on more than normal. Okay, you guys didn't get a mid-roll ad. Okay, good. I did on my end. So I was like, what is happening? Oh, you guys were saying for some of you, the stream is cutting in and out. That is interesting. I'm sorry about that, guys. It shouldn't be. Let's see. Yeah, it says I have a good connection. Sorry about that. We'll see if maybe it gets better. But yeah, so he's super, super busy, which means that he has like a home office set up that he goes to from about 8 o'clock in the morning till about 7 o'clock at night. And I bring him lunch, and he like isn't even taking a break for lunch right now because everything's such like a 4-alarm fire. And then for me, a lot of businesses are learning right now, or are thinking right now, I need to go digital. The only way I can stay in touch with my customer base right now is digital. So I need to figure out how to live stream from my house. So people that know how to live stream from their house, like myself, are getting tapped to do all sorts of interesting jobs. And like, it's, like I do shows with Kingston Technology for the DIY in 5 series. I do shows with Newegg for the Newegg Now series and other Newegg Studios productions. I do a show with Fandom, and I do a show with Caffeine, and those are kind of my like ongoing shows that I do outside of my own YouTube and Twitch channels. And the Fandom show I was already doing from home, so that hasn't changed at all. But now I'm being asked to do the Caffeine show from home, the Newegg shows from home, and the Kingston shows from home. And because I am the one with this setup that is kind of best equipped for this situation, I am now not only doing all the pre-production and hosting for these shows. Now I'm being asked to do everything from start to finish, with the exception of post-production for some of the jobs. But it's a lot more. So my jobs where I would go into studio and, maybe have like a writing day ahead of time and then go into studio and have my day where I'm filming all day. Now I have to do that, except for I'm doing my own video and my own audio and that kind of stuff. But more so than what I'm doing right now, because these companies are expecting a higher production quality because that's what they're used to producing at. So I'm just kind of like running around with my chicken, like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to make sure that I'm meeting all of these deadlines for all these different people. Kind of like everybody saw the Jimmy Kimmel episode from home and was like, can you just do that? So it's a lot more work for me on that end. Oh, good. Some of you refreshed and that fixed whatever the issues were. Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad it's working for you now. So yeah, so that's been why I have been so extra crazy. Not to mention that I definitely have FOMO from my friends online that are like, oh man, I'm having time to complete all these games I never completed before, and I'm watching all these movies I always wanted to watch, and I'm catching up on comic books I've wanted to read, because I just don't have that kind of time, partially because I produce content with all these other companies that are now relying on me more heavily, but also because I have Logan, which is a huge part of why my life is crazy now. And I'm super thankful for Logan. You guys know he's the absolute love of my life, and he's blessed my life in so many ways. But right now, what we would do before, if both Nate and I had to work at the same time, is we would either take him to preschool, or we would have a sitter come and sit with him while we both worked, so that when we were done work, we could just focus on him and spend our time with him. Well, right now in these self-isolating times, you can't hire a sitter, and all of the daycares and preschools are closed. So we have him with us 24/7. And like I kind of mentioned at the beginning of this video, Nate's really working from like 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And so other than Logan's nap time, we are both trying to work and also be preschool teachers. And, try to keep up with these more heavy work demands than we ever have. And if we do have time to sit down with him and watch TV, which we're trying not to do because I don't want him to be, I think there's a lot of benefit to physical activity and doing things that are not just sitting in front of a screen. But even when we do relax and sit down in front of the screen right now, it's like Finding Nemo and Moana and Frozen 2. And, it's not like we're watching what we want to be watching. So my time to like game and watch content for fun is so minuscule right now. And the way that we are kind of making this work is I put together a very brief kind of daycare-esque schedule, because Logan does do better when he's on a schedule, when he knows what to expect, what's coming next. His behavior's better. And I think he just feels more comforted knowing what to expect from his day. So I put together a little schedule, and Nate and I are trying to alternate every hour. So one of us takes 8:30 to 9:30, one takes 9:30 to 10:30, one takes 10:30 to 11:30, one takes 11:30 to 12:30, and then puts him down for nap. Then we get like a 2-hour chunk of time that's nap time. Then someone else takes over 2:30 to 3:30, 3:30 to 4:30, 4:30 to 5:30, etc., until we get to 6:30. And the reason that we decided to alternate hours instead of like you take the morning, I'll take the afternoon, is because if either of us needs to respond to an email or there's something urgent we need to get to, at least alternating hours, we know, okay, well, at least I can get back to every email within a 2-hour period, as opposed to, sorry, it's going to be 6 hours before I even see your email because we're doing half days. Sonic Wolf, thank you for the super chat. Says, love you, Shish. I've watched since SourceFed. Stay safe and love to you and your family. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you for watching since SourceFed, and you, I hope, are staying safe, and love to you and yours as well. Thank you. Sheldon says, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to do Naked Truth. You got it. And Logan is currently going down for nap. And it helps a little bit that it's Saturday because Nate's not having to work as crazy as he normally does. As Stephen Summer says, so Logan is Trisha's kid if he likes a schedule. Yeah, Nate too. Nate is very schedule oriented too. So we know he's definitely our baby. But yeah, so that's how we've been doing all of our days. So like for me, say if I have to produce DIY in 5 out of my house, which is what I was doing yesterday during the day, I will set up my studio for DIY in 5, which is a different setup than this. It's kind of the same background, but I'm using a camera instead of my webcam, and so then I have to light differently and all that kind of stuff and do audio differently. But like I'll set everything up in the first hour that I have free for the day, and then I go and hang out with Logan for an hour, and then I come back and make sure that, you know, I'm ready to go, makeup's touched up, sit down and record as much as I can until my hour's up, and then I have to go be with Logan again, and then after that I come back and keep trying to do it. So I'm saying all that just to say a job that might normally take me 3 to 4 hours can easily take me 6 to 8 or longer, just based on the fact that it's chopped up the way it is. So pair having more work on both me and Nate's plate, plus having Logan and trying to keep his life somewhat on a routine that he can be used to, and making sure we're like Skyping his family and friends so that he still has some kind of social interaction. Not to mention that you can't really explain all of this to a 3-year-old. So like this morning we woke up and he was like, it's Saturdays, time for swim class. And I was like, not this Saturday. Sorry, swim class is closed so that everybody doesn't get sick. Like, he doesn't really understand that, you know? I don't suppose they pay you overtime for that. No, no, they do not. Steven Summers. Oh, Jenny says YouTube's been doing that blip out thing all day. If it's happening to you, refresh. Interesting. I know I think YouTube's cutting everybody off at 720p, I heard as well. Just because there's so many people on YouTube right now. Steven says, Logan sounds like he has more social interaction than most people right now. Maybe that's true. Chris Van Dusen, thank you for the super chat. You're amazing, and I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting this channel. Speaking of supporting this channel, did everybody see the fancy new banner at the top of my page and the new intro card? I have to re-edit my YouTube intro video, but that's some of the stuff that I've been trying to, you know, work on through all of this as well. Oh, 480p in Denmark. Wow. Yikes bikes. LA is really bad, Chris Van Dusen. He said number of cases are really going up in the U.S. How's LA right now compared to New York? New York's really bad as well. And LA, I think I heard LA caught up to New York. I don't know. I just know it's not great. So we're holding in our house and trying to be as safe as possible. So yeah, it's, you know, it's the extra workload, it's the no childcare, and the stress of the uncertainty of all of it is just mentally and emotionally exhausting. So there's been a lot of times I've been doing surprise streams on my Twitch channel just for my own sanity. I'm like, I have a half an hour and all I want to do is play a video game and chill out. So join me. So even though those are shorter streams and I probably look totally exhausted when I'm doing them, it is, it's what I'm doing for my sanity right now. So my questions to you guys are, what does your life in self-isolation look like right now? And what tips do you have to kind of keep sane and keep everybody safe? Let's see. Stephen Summers says, I appreciate your sanity streams. Thank you. Jenny says that you always look more put together than I do every day. Oh my gosh, you're so nice. I actually showered before the Naked Truth this time. And that got a chance to happen because, like I said, Nate's not working crazy. And also, I never realized how easy it is to forget to shower when you're home all the time. Like working from home all the time. I'm like living in PJ pants. Like this morning I was like, oh, I don't think I've showered in 3 or 4 days. Ooh. So I got to shower before this Naked Truth. I showered for you. That's how much I like you guys. I showered for you. Ah, so funny. Dreadly says, haven't showered in a week almost. I totally get it. Sky Plume said, found myself playing Sims 4 more than ever. I love Sims 4. Good call. Gentle Smile says, yes, Trisha, preach. Cleric says, essential worker here. I'm social distancing at work as best I can. Airline employee. Wow. Please, please, please take all the precautions and stay safe. Thank you so much for still going into work because I'm sure there are people who have absolutely essential travel that have to fly. So thank you. Ryan says, I've been playing a lot of games. Dragon King says, I've been playing with my dog while working. One of the things we're trying to do every day is make sure we get at least 15 minutes in the sun. I read that that's really good to get vitamin D. So if you are exposed to any kind of illness, your body can fight it off better. 15 minutes in short sleeve shirt outside in the sun every day, if you can. Sheldon, thank you for the super chat and says, I watch Shish on Twitch. Thank you. Shish on Twitch. I like that. It sounds like it should be something out of a Dr. Seuss book. But thank you. And yeah, so we're trying to go outside, A, because it's nice. And this is something I just read about yesterday that they're doing in my neighborhood and like around my neighborhood and in different places of LA. There's this kid's song, Going on a Bear Hunt, that Logan's obsessed with. I'm sure it's like a book and stuff too. But a lot of people are putting either stuffed bears in their window or drawings of bears in their window facing out so that if you are able to take your kid or puppy for a walk in a residential area, you can actually go on a bear hunt and walk around and try to find bears to give yourself something to do. And I just thought that was a really cute way for the community to come together and still stay connected in this crazy time. So we put our bear out and we're going to take Logan on a bear hunt later today to see if we can find any, which is so cute. Took it home to Jenny, says, we've done the bear in the window thing here. Yay! I love to see that. I just read about it yesterday, so Baralzybub says, we have Paddington Bear in our window. Oh, it's so cute. Gentle Smile says, love that. We used to sing that in my children's theater company. Yeah. Cleric says, yeah, the bear hunt in our neighborhood is great. It's super friendly and fun for the young ones. So cute. Sourcefed Nerd says, I didn't know that was a thing. I know it's a brand new thing that I just found out about, but I absolutely love it. So if you guys are, thinking of different tips and things like that to help keep everybody a little bit happier and bring sunshine to a place where a lot of people are stuck inside. And I definitely understand how lucky Nate and I are to live kind of far outside of LA. Yes, we have the long commute when we have to go to work every day. And yes, it's harder to go to social gatherings and see our friends as often because we moved farther out of LA. But in this situation, it's actually doing us well because we have a backyard and we are in a more spread out residential area and we have space in our home, so we're not right on top of each other. When things go back to normal, we will resume our crazy commutes and all of our friends getting together on weeknights when we just can't be there because we have a kid. But at least right now, it bodes well for us. Catnip Ninja, thank you for the super chat. Gives a tip, reach out online or phone, talk to someone you haven't in a while. Discord is awesome. Oh, and yes, on that note, good call. Talk to your grandmas, like especially older people that might live by themselves. Like my grandma lives by herself and, she is at a very high risk because of her age. So people can't go visit her in person and she does not have family that she's isolated with. So we're trying to Skype or video chat with her as often as possible so that she gets that digital social interaction, even though I know it's really hard for her to figure out how to do that, but we're trying to walk her through it. GK says, I vaguely remember Going on a Bear Hunt song from years ago as a kid. I'll have to look that up again, right? James Wisdom says, my tip is to try to get out of bed today. I can see my bed from my chair, but it is important not to be in it, I guess. Yeah, for me, it's really helped to have like a separate work area, and Nate has a separate work area so we're not just sitting in bed with our laptops, which I think would probably mentally be really confusing. Steven Summers says, anyone know of any good D&D apps? Roll20 is a really good one. And there was one other one that someone recently suggested to me, but Fantasy Grounds. But I think that that's a pay-for one. But people really like it. Cyclops, thank you for the super chat. You're amazing. Took it home to Jenny. Great point. Says, so glad we live in a digital age. 10 years ago would have been a whole other thing. You are 100% correct. Thank goodness we have the opportunity to stay in touch with people. Cyclops says, I'm exercising while watching this, taking care of my mom, saving money, and doing activities to stay motivated. Plus, I'm playing PS2 Batman Begins for the first time after playing the Arkham games. That sounds like a pretty awesome setup. Like, I know everyone's going through it right now, but you are doing well, for sure. I saw Stranger Things D&D yesterday, says Michael King. Adam says only one person needs to pay for Fantasy Grounds. Everyone else can download the demo. Good to know. Thank you for that tip. Theo Knight brings up the tip for the men here. Try the no shave quarantine. # no shave quarantine. Let's see how glorious your beard can become. Oh man, it's like all the ladies joking around about, I saw a bunch of women I follow online joking around about how we're all going to come out of quarantine with like big furry unibrows, and people who dye their hair are going to have roots, and our nails are going to be all grown out and crazy. Because you can't go anywhere to get any of that done. My hair color that I had underneath is like so barely there anymore. I thought maybe I could try like, I don't know, box dye for the first time in my life. Maybe I'll stream it. Leo says, my beard looks horrific. I might just shave one side of my face. Aww. Christian Polson says, all the people who don't game during isolation are coming back looking like bodybuilders. I know a lot of people are getting on that home workout game. And if you're like, oh, I don't really know how to do that, like me, there are a lot of content creators streaming their workout routines online right now so that you can, follow along if that's something that you want to do. Nate and I are trying to work out twice a week right now, just to stay in shape through all of this craziness. Took it home to Jenny says, I'm the opposite. I'm going to come out of quarantine tanned, blonde, and fit. Oh, I love it. I love it. Please show those pictures. Michael says, my wife and I have tried new styles for our hair because no one will see it if we don't like it. That's a great idea, too. Now is the time. So funny. Very, very funny. I love these tips. Thank you guys so much. And I am going to wrap this live stream up just a bit and very shortly because there's something really cool going on today. Before I say it, let me take a minute to thank Chris Van Dusen for the super chat. Says, I'm playing Disco Elysium now. How'd you like it? I didn't finish it because I switched to Ori. So I want to finish Ori before Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out. And if I finish it enough before that, then I'm going to go back to Disco Elysium probably. And then I got to play me some Final Fantasy VII. Okay, so what I was saying, I'm wrapping up the stream because Twitch is doing a big, remember those old telethons? Twitch is doing a big streamathon full of lots and lots and lots of famous musicians and athletes and celebrities streaming from their homes for this charity fundraiser. Now, I've kind of been tuning in. It was 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time. I was tuning in this morning, and they've already raised over $2 million. It's going to a fundraising portion of the World Health Organization that's put together by the United Nations. So I feel pretty confident that they're doing good things with the money. And it's going to help people on personal levels as well as to fund research around the disease and what could potentially treat and or cure COVID-19. So I love that they're doing that. I love that so many different people came together for it. Lots of gamers involved in it. So I tweeted it out earlier to spread the word about it. But also, as soon as this is over, I am going to go live on Twitch. It might take me a few seconds to work everything out, but I'm going to shut down here, go live on Twitch, and then put up my 5-minute countdown, in which time I will throw on some clothes and go live for Twitch co-streaming the charity fundraiser. So if you want to watch it with me, I know that the Twitch chat on twitch.tv/Twitch, which is where the streamathon is, it's called StreamAid. The chat moves so fast because there's so many people in it spamming emotes and stuff that at least if you want to watch it on my Twitch channel, co-streaming it, it's our normal community, so you don't have to worry about toxicity or anything, and we can all just kind of hang out and watch it together, which I think could be really fun. So I'm going to do that immediately after this over on twitch.tv/Trisha Hershberger, and honestly, I'm probably going to be hanging out for a few hours, so if you need to go get lunch and then come back or whatever, that's where I'm going to be. And shout out to the World Health Organization and the CDC for giving out correct info and, trying their best to keep everybody safe. Holy cannoli, Jim Jackson, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you. Wow, now that I'm going to have to use that towards putting together a new channel intro so that I will be a little bit more updated and not using footage from like 5-6 years ago in my YouTube intro. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. You're amazing. Yay! Adam Martinez, Shady X, James Wisdom. Thank you guys all so much for being here. And no, I can't do the naked truth on Twitch. You were absolutely right, Shady X. That's not what Twitch is for. And besides, the naked truth, it's all about being honest and being vulnerable and talking about tougher things. And that's not really what I do on Twitch, so it wouldn't make sense. Anyway, Steven, you're so nice. It's not like you've aged in that time. No one would know the intro's old. I definitely feel like I have, so thank you for saying that. I'm noticing that YouTube is buffering again. So, okay, gonna shut it down here. Gonna go live on Twitch in just a few minutes. Come join me over there. If you don't have time to come join me over there, that's totally fine as well. Just stay safe, wash your hands, keep a safe social distance, and try to connect digitally with as many people as you can so that we don't all feel so alone in this and go totally stir crazy. Ha ha! So with that being said, enjoy this end card, and I will see you on Twitch in just a second. I say enjoy the end card because it's new. Anyway, talk to you soon, everybody. Love you guys. Bye.